What if Obi-Wan Kenobi turned to the dark side, the fall of a Jedi Knight? In an alternate timeline, the events of Star Wars, the Phantom Menace unfold with a devastating twist. After the death of his beloved master, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi is overwhelmed by a potent mixture of grief, guilt, and a desire for vengeance. As he cradles Qui-Gon's dying body, a seed of darkness begins to take root within him. Qui-Gon's last words echo in his mind. Train the boy. He is the chosen one. But instead of finding solace in the Jedi Code, Obi-Wan interprets this as a call to power, a mandate to ensure Anakin Skywalker fulfills his destiny, no matter the cost. The dark side whispers to Obi-Wan in his moments of despair, offering him a way to prevent further loss and to avenge his master. He begins to question the Jedi Order, viewing their rigid adherence to the code as the very reason for Qui-Gon's death. Obi-Wan's internal conflict intensifies, and he starts to see the dark side not as an evil force, but as a necessary means to an end. Secretly, he embraces the darkness, vowing to train Anakin not as a Jedi, but as a Sith. The corruption of Anakin Skywalker. Under the guise of being a devoted Jedi Knight, Obi-Wan begins Anakin's training with subtle manipulations. He plants the idea that the Jedi are not as benevolent as they seem, that their fear of the dark side blinds them to its true potential. Obi-Wan teaches Anakin to harness his anger, to use his emotions as a source of strength rather than suppressing them. Anakin, already burdened with fear for his mother and doubt about the Jedi's methods, is highly susceptible to Obi-Wan's influence. The bond between master and apprentice grows strong, but it is twisted by the dark side. Together, they secretly study Sith lore, hidden away in the ancient ruins scattered across the galaxy, all the while maintaining their roles as loyal members of the Jedi Order. Obi-Wan instills in Anakin a belief that they are destined to bring balance to the Force, but not by destroying the Sith, by becoming them. They would rebuild the galaxy in their own image, with the power to eliminate all threats to peace and justice. Under Obi-Wan's guidance, Anakin's transformation is not a sudden fall, but a gradual descent into darkness, masked by his outward heroism. A secret war within the Jedi Order. As Obi-Wan and Anakin grow in power, they begin to subtly undermine the Jedi Order from within. Their influence spreads like a cancer, with Obi-Wan carefully manipulating events to create discord and doubt among the Jedi. Masters begin to question the Council's decisions, and the Order's unity starts to fracture. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan and Anakin continue to rise through the ranks, earning the trust of their peers while secretly plotting the Jedi's downfall. They manipulate missions to their advantage, ensuring that threats to their plan are eliminated and potential allies are brought into their confidence. The two Sith Lords operate in the shadows, sowing seeds of confusion and distrust, preparing for the day they can reveal their true power. The rise of a new Sith Order. However, they are not the only dark force at work in the galaxy. Darth Sidious, the Sith Lord secretly known as Chancellor Palpatine, becomes aware of Obi-Wan and Anakin's betrayal of the Jedi Order. Instead of viewing them as potential allies, he sees them as rivals, a threat to his own plans for galactic domination. What ensues is a dangerous game of subterfuge and power plays. Palpatine, recognizing their potential, attempts to manipulate them, hoping to turn them into pawns in his larger scheme. But Obi-Wan and Anakin are not so easily swayed. They recognize Palpatine's ambitions and instead of joining him, seek to overthrow him. This three-way struggle for control of the galaxy leads to chaos. The Jedi Order, already weakened by internal strife, is caught in the crossfire between two powerful Sith factions. On one side, Palpatine, with his political acumen and control over the Senate, orchestrates a series of crises that further destabilize the Republic. On the other, Obi-Wan and Anakin work from within the Jedi, covertly rallying supporters and preparing for their eventual coup. A galaxy in chaos. The galaxy descends into a state of unprecedented turmoil. As the two Sith factions clash, entire star systems are caught in their wake. The Clone Wars, already a catastrophic conflict, become even more devastating as the lines between ally and enemy blur. Obi-Wan and Anakin's secret war against Palpatine leads to widespread destruction, with both sides employing increasingly ruthless tactics. The Jedi, unaware of the full extent of the betrayal within their ranks, struggle to maintain order. But as the Sith's influence grows, the Jedi find themselves outmatched and outmaneuvered at every turn. The once noble order is gradually corrupted from within, with even the most steadfast Jedi beginning to question their path. In this fractured galaxy, there is no clear path to victory for any side. The Sith's own ambition and lust for power prevent them from uniting, while the Jedi's internal strife weakens their ability to resist. As the conflict rages on, the galaxy's hope for peace diminishes and darkness threatens to engulf the entire galaxy. The legacy of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan's fall to the dark side ultimately creates a legacy of destruction and despair. His initial desire to fulfill Qui-Gon's dying wish is twisted into a pursuit of power that leaves the galaxy in ruins. Anakin, who was once seen as the chosen one destined to bring balance to the Force, becomes a dark force in his own right, but his destiny is marred by betrayal and bloodshed. In the end, the galaxy is left in a state of perpetual war, with the Jedi Order shattered and the Sith's dream of domination unfulfilled. The promise of balance in the Force is lost, replaced by an endless struggle for power that leaves the galaxy teetering on the edge of annihilation. Obi-Wan Kenobi, once a beacon of hope and a hero of the Republic, becomes a symbol of the dark side's insidious power to corrupt even the purest of souls. His fall serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of letting grief and anger dictate one's path, a lesson that echoes through the remnants of a galaxy torn apart by the very forces he sought to control. How do you think the galaxy would change if Obi-Wan Kenobi had turned to the dark side? Would he and Anakin be able to overthrow Palpatine, or would their actions plunge the galaxy into even greater chaos?